The auction of the unwanted in the far future. Humans had lost everything. Earth cities were gone, old flags were forgotten, and the alien rulers called the Varkan Dominion controlled every human place. They believed humans were only useful if they could make more humans. If someone could not produce children, then they were called useless, broken, not worth living because of this cruel rule. 3 young humans stood on a metal stage in a huge open market. A sign above their heads said sterile. Humans for Celeria stood in the middle, her eyes sharp but filled with fear. She held her chin up, trying to look strong. Her hands were shaking, but she did not lower her head. She remembered her mother telling her, "Never let the world see you break." Arya's right side stood Leo, tall and strong shoulders. His fists were closed so tight, his knuckles turned white. He hated everything he saw around him. He hated the aliens staring at them like animals. He hated this moment, but most of all, he hated feeling powerless. On the left was Myra. Her long hair covered part of her face. She was thinking hard, but speaking nothing. She wanted to cry, but she refused to show tears. She did not want to give the aliens the victory of seeing a human break their market. Was loud and cruel. Alien creatures of many shapes moved through the place. Some had glowing eyes, some had extra arms. Some had sharp metal claws instead of hands. Their voices were full of laughter and insults. One alien shouted, "Why? By a wasted human," another one joked. "They cannot make babies, throw them away." Their words pierced their hearts like knives. Leo growled when a guard pushed him with a shock stick. He fell to his knees but stood again. He would never bow. A buyer asked the seller, "What can these 3 do?" The seller smiled coldly. "They are strong. They can clean mines or be used for experiments. Their lives do not matter." The word experiments made Arya's hope die a little more. She had heard stories humans were taken for pain, not work. The sun dropped lower. The bidding started, but no one cared. They were the last generation humans born, sterile humans with no children and no future. In the eyes of aliens, they were less than dirt. The seller became angry. "Anyone take them." Almost free. Still no one stepped forward. Mira whispered, "Maybe there is still luck. Maybe they will free us if nobody wants us." Yuo answered, "No one leaves here free, not a Lavaria." Looked at her feet, dirty, bloody, tired. She asked herself, "Why was I even born?" For this silence suddenly fell. All voices stopped. The crowd slowly made space. As someone walked through it was a human man. The only full human in the whole market. He was not a slave. He was not afraid. He held hands of 2 small children, a boy and a girl. The boy looked serious. The girl held a small broken toy. Everyone stared. Humans never bought humans. This was strange. This was wrong. This was impossible. The man stepped in front of Arya, Leo, and Myra. His eyes were calm, deep, not cold, like the aliens, not mocking, but kind and sad. The seller smiled with surprise. "Sir, these 3 are healthy, but sterile. They cannot make families. I will give you a very cheap price." The children looked up at the 3 humans. Their eyes were soft. The little girl smiled at Myra, a small, gentle smile. Myra almost forgot how to smile, but she felt something warm inside her chest. The man stared for a long moment. He looked at their fear, their strength, their broken hearts. He understood something in them, something others refused to see. He said, "I will take all 3. The crowd gasped. Aliens laughed loudly. They thought he was a fool. One alien shouted, "Why take trash?" Another said, "You will regret it." Human. The man did not look at them. He said only 3 words to the seller. "How much money?" The seller named a low price, too low, like he was selling objects, not lives. The man paid without speaking. The collars were unlocked. The chains fell. The alien guard shoved them forward. Arya almost fell. The man caught her by the arm. He whispered, "You are safe, now safe." She did not know the meaning of that word anymore. Leo stood strong and looked straight into the man's eyes. "Why us? What do you want?" The man took a slow breath. He looked at his children, then at them. "My name is Ethan. These are my children, Lily and Adam. We are going home," Mira asked, with a soft voice. "You want us as workers?" Ethan shook his head. "No, I want you as people. I want you to live and be free." The aliens laughed again. Free humans, a joke, but Ethan did not turn back. He led them away from the stage. The children walked beside them, like they already accepted Arya, Leo, and Mira into their small world. Arya looked one last time at the market, where her hope almost died, where she stood waiting to be destroyed. Now she was walking away alive, saved, but confusedly. Walked with heavy steps, waiting for a trap, waiting for this kindness to turn into something dark. Mira kept looking at the little girl, her smile, her innocence, her hand in her father's And maybe this family was real, maybe safety was real. Slowly, very slowly, a tiny spark of hope returned in their hearts. But they did not know one important truth. Ethan had secrets. His past was dangerous, and the safe world he promised was only the calm before a storm, because danger was waiting outside the market walls watching them. Hunting them, their nightmare was not ending, it was only beginning. A strange new home asterisk, the walk from the alien market to Ethan's home, was long and silent. Arya, Leo, and Mira followed him because they had no other path, but in their hearts fear kept whispering. Maybe this new freedom was only another cage the sky. Above them was strange, a weak fake sun placed by aliens. The light felt cold and sick. Nothing about this world felt like home. Ethan's children, Lily and Adam, walked close to their father. They sometimes looked back and smiled at their three new family members, but Arya noticed something. Their smiles were real, but their eyes were hiding pain. Like they had seen things children should never. Celia whispered, "We must be careful. No one saves humans without wanting something. Nothing is free." Myra said softly, "Maybe he is just good. Maybe we should give him a chance." Then she looked down. She did not sound sure. Arya stayed silent, because she had learned one truth. Kindness often has a reason, and lived far away from the market in a small house, made of old metal pieces. But when they stepped inside, everything looked different. There was warm light, there was real food, soft blankets, clean water, no chains, no guards, no shouting. For a moment, it felt like stepping into a hidden world, a world where humans still mattered. Lily took Mira's hand and pulled her gently toward a small room. "This is for you." Her voice soft and innocent. Mira walked inside the room, had a small bed, a window, and a picture of a smiling human family on the wall. A picture from the old world. Mira's eyes filled with tears. Not tears of fear, but tears of memory. Her heart remembered that she once had dreams. Arya looked around carefully. She saw pictures of a woman, the same woman in many photos, happy holding Lily as a baby, kissing Ethan, standing in front of a destroyed building, beautiful. But Arya whispered, "Where is she now?" Ethan heard her. He answered quietly, "She died last winter, because of them, the aliens, the same cruel rulers who had destroyed everything." Adam walked to Leo and held his shirt. "Are you strong?" Leo raised a brow. "We," Adam said, "because monsters come at night." "You will protect us, right?" Leo kneeled down. His anger softened for the child. "Yes, I will protect you, but inside," Leo wondered. Protect from what they sat to eat. Ethan served warm soup and bread food with real taste. They had almost forgotten how it felt. Mira smiled for the first time in years. Arya relaxed a little. Leo kept watching every door, every corner. He trusted nothing. After dinner, Lily asked, "Ethan, can they see the stars?" Ethan nodded. "Come here." Took them to the rooftop. The wind was cold. The sky looked huge, but there were no stars, only darkness. A thick shadow like smoke covered the sky. A spoke. "Where are the stars?" Ethan answered. "The Varkan Dominion blocked the sky to stop human hope. They knew if humans could see the stars, they would dream." Again Arya felt a storm inside her chest. Dreams. She had stopped dreaming long ago, but now something inside her wanted a future suddenly. Leo noticed something far away, a flash of light followed by another. Ethan's face changed. Fear entered his eyes. He grabbed his children's hands inside. "Now quick!" They rushed in. Ethan locked the door. He closed windows. He turned off all lights. The voice was low. "Stay quiet. Do not breathe loud. Do not move near the windows." Arya asked, "What is happening?" Ethan answered, "Night hunters." They heard a distant machine noise, slow, deep, like a giant metal animal climbing the land, then screams, human screams. Someone outside yelling for help. A shout cut short with a terrible choking sound. "Mira, they will hear." Arya felt her heart beat louder and louder, each beat like a drum of danger. Leo stood ready, fist closed, eyes sharp. If something breaks in, he will fight till his last breath. Silence returned for a moment, then boom, a heavy stomp shook the house. Something huge walked past them, breathing through metal pipes. Arya saw a shadow through the window, not completely human, not completely alien, a mix. A creature designed only for hunting humans. The night hunter growled, smelling, searching, listening for a mistake. Arya grabbed Lily. The girl was shaking like a leaf. After a long, terrifying minute, the machine beast moved away. The screams outside stopped. The noise faded, but the fear stayed. No one spoke, not even Ethan. Later, Ethan led them to their rooms. "Sleep if you can. We must wake up early tomorrow." Arya lay on the bed, but she knew she would not sleep. She thought, "This man saved us, but From what and how long can he protect us? Leo lay awake with eyes open. He decided, I will not die again as a slave. Anyone who comes for this house will face me. First, Mira looked at the little girl sleeping beside her. She promised herself, if monsters return, she will save this child because maybe, just maybe, they had finally found something precious, save family, but outside in the dark. The night hunters left a signal on the ground, a red mark. A message for tomorrow. Their location was known. Their peace would not last. The real war was coming. The door that must stay closed. Morning came slowly. Gray light entered the small house, but sleep had not really touched anyone. Aria woke on the small bed with heavy eyes. All night she had heard again and again in her mind the sound of the night hunter outside. The scream cut short the shaking of the metal walls. Mira lay beside little Lily. The child slept with her hand holding Mira's arm, like she was afraid someone would take her away. In the dark, Leo sat in a corner of his room, back against the wall. He had slept with open eyes. Only his body rested for short moments. His mind stayed awake. The house was quiet. Too quiet. Ethan was already in the small kitchen, making something hot to drink. His face looked tired, his eyes older than yesterday. Good morning, he said, trying to sound normal. But the air was not normal. Fear still floated around them like smoke. Adam asked, did the monsters go away? Ethan nodded, for no. Aria watched him. He spoke in a calm voice, but his hands shook a little when he held the cup. They ate simple food, bread and warm drink. No one said much. After a while, Ethan put the cups aside. He looked at the three new humans. I have to go to the town today, he said. I need supplies. I need to hear news. Lily clung to his arm. Do not stay long. He touched her hair. I will be fast. Then his eyes turned serious. He spoke to Arya, Leo and Myra. While I am gone, do not go outside. Do not open the doors and do not go near the back room. Leo frowned back. Rumithon pointed down the narrow hallway at a metal door with 3 locks. That door stays closed, he said, his voice harder now. No matter what you hear, no matter what you feel, no one opens it. Arya felt a small chill run through her body. Why did that door feel more dangerous than the night hunters? Mira asked in a soft voice. What is in there? Rethon held her gaze for a moment, then looked away. Some things you are not ready to see yet, he said. He kissed his children on their heads, took a small bag and stepped outside. The door closed behind him. The locks clicked for a while. Silence returned. Lily and Adam played with a broken puzzle on the floor. Arya helped them fit some pieces together. Mira cleaned the table. Leo walked slowly through the house, studying every wall and every window. He stopped in front of the metal door at the end of the hallway. 3 locks, heavy bolts, deep scratch marks on the frame, like something strong had once tried to break out. Leo placed his hand on the cold surface. He could almost feel something behind it. Not a sound, not a movement, but a Wataria came up behind him. He does not want us near that door, she said. Leo answered. Exactly, that is why we must know what is behind it. Mira heard them and joined. This is his house, she said. Maybe he is hiding weapons or food or memories of his wife. We should respect his pain. Leo shook his head. Respect is for free people. We are not free yet. We are only in a prettier Kajaria. Looked torn. She felt thankful to Ethan. He had saved them from the market, given them food, given them beds, but at the same time he had secrets, and secrets were often dangerous. Lily walked over to them. Her eyes looked older than her small body. Papa says the back room is not safe, she said, her voice quiet. Last time he opened it, people died. Mira kneeled to her level. What people? Lily shook her head. I do not know. He never tells us everything. That one sentence. He never tells us everything. Stuck in Arya's mind like a hookahfarda. Sometime Ethan left further and further in the distance. The sounds of the town were far away. The house felt like an island. Adam and Lily went to the front room to play. Arya sat near them to watch, but Leo stayed in the hallway, staring at the metal door. Finally, he could not stand IDAM opening it, he said. Mira stepped in front of him. No. Leo looked at her with hard eyes. We have been sold. Marked hunted experiment is waiting for us on the other side of ignorance. I will not be blind again. Arya stood up, her heart beat faster. She knew it was a bad idea, but she also knew if they did nothing, they might walk into a danger they did not understand. She said, we will check fast. We look. We do not touch anything. If it looks wrong, we close it. Again, Mira closed her eyes for a second, then nodded. If something happens, I will take the children to the roof. Leo examined the locks. They were heavy, but Ethan had been alone for years. He must open them quickly. Often so he had made them simple for his own. Handrio found the small release pin hidden. Under the top lock, he pushed it. The bolt slid. The second and third locks opened the same way. With quiet clicks, the door moved slightly. A cold breath of air escaped from the cracknot, the smell of death, not the smell of food, but the dry smell of machines and metal. Area swallowed her throat dry. They pushed the door open. Inside was a stair, going down into deep shadow. Leo went first. Arya behind him. Mira stayed at the top, ready to run if something moved. As they walked down, soft lights turned on along the walls, automatic triggered by movement. Era whispered. He said, "We were not ready to see this," Leo answered. "Then we must grow ready faster." The room at the bottom was not big, but every surface, every table, every wall carried something important. There were old maps of human cities before the fall, screens with frozen images of alien ships. Strange metal pieces that looked like parts of weapons, and on one wall there were pictures of humans, faces pinned with notes and symbols. Arya walked slowly to the wall. Her eyes widened. She saw herself, her own face, a photo from years ago, before the market, before everything. Under her picture, words written in a quick hand: subject, a sterile, high survival rate, enhanced reflexes. Next to her, a picture of Leo, subject, be sterile, high strength index, fast tissue repair. Next to him, a picture of Myra, subject, C, sterile, high cognitive range. Critical pattern mind. Arya felt the ground move under her feet. "We were watched," she said, even before the market. Leo clenched his fists. "We are not broken. We are experiments." Mira stepped down slowly. She saw the wall. Her lips parted in shock. "He knew us. He was looking for us." Arya turned to the table beside the wall. There was a small device. It showed a blinking red light. She touched it by accident. The light turned bright outside the hidden room. A quiet signal left the house. A line of code flew through alien sky to a tower, to a ship, to a screen. Faraway location. Found. Leo heard a small beep and froze. What was that? Arya pulled her hand back. "I did not mean to." They ran up the stairs. Mira grabbed the door, closed it, locked the bolts again. Lily stood in the hallway, her eyes wide. "You went there," she said. "Now Papa will be angry." Leo looked past her toward the front window. From far away, he saw dust clouds, rising metal glints, shadows moving fast in their direction. He knew that shape. "Soldier carriers, our peace is over." He said that the same moment. The outer door swung open. Ethan rushed in, sweat on his forehead, fear in his eyes. He had run back from the town as soon as his device warned him. He saw their faces. He saw the locked door. He did not need words. "You opened it," he said. Arya stepped forward. "We saw our pictures. We want the truth." Outside, engines roared closer. The house shook. Lightly, Ethan looked at the window, then at them. "There is no more time," he said. "So here is your truth. You were not left unwanted by nature. You were made this way." He grabbed the side of a cabinet, pulled it. The wood moved, revealing another hidden panel. Inside, a metal suit and weapons waited. Dethan continued, "Are not the last broken humans. You are the first of a new kind." Before they could answer, a deep voice boomed from outside. "Human house, open or be destroyed." The war had finally reached their door. When the hunters arrived, the ground outside shook. Again, dust fell from the ceiling. The children screamed and ran into Myra's arms. Ethan looked at the three new humans, his eyes full of worry and fire. "Listen to me. They are not here to take you. They are here to erase you." Leo stepped forward. "Let them try." Ethan unlocked the hidden weapons cabinet. Inside were energy rifles, metal arm guards, and a black chest plate that seemed alive with shifting lit. Ethan tossed Leo a weapon. "Keep your hand steady. Do not fire unless I say." Leo nodded and gripped the weapon tight, his heart beat with a new kind of strength. To Myra, he gave a small wristband. "This connects to my system. Press this. If I fall, it will activate your mind link. You will guide us through their tech." Myra swallowed hard. She felt a sharp pain of fear, but she put the band on. She had to be stronger. Now Ethan handed Arya a pair of strange gloves and a small necklace. "These react to movement. If you trust them, they will protect you faster. Then your eyes can understand." Daria slipped them on the air around her hands, felt lighter, like something was waiting to move. Suddenly, a huge crash at the front of the house. The metal door bent inward. Other crash. The hinges squealed. They were breaking through. Ethan's voice was hard. "Get down, protect the children." He put on the black armor. It locked around his body like it was alive. Lights ran across it. Power woke inside it. He looked like someone from a lost human army. The final hit broke The door metal pieces flew smoke, poured inside dark shapes, crawled forward night hunters, tall, sharp, half alien, half machine. Their glowing blue eyes scanned the room. One pointed at Arya. Leo and Myra subjects, located Terminate Hethan, stepped in front. Of them, his voice full of "Steal you, will not touch them." The first hunter fired a red beam. Ethan moved so fast the air cracked, the beam hit the floor. Burning a deep hole, Leo stared in disbelief. How can he move so fast? Ethan did not wait. He charged. His fist slammed into the hunter's chest. A loud crash. The creature flew backward, breaking a wall. Another hunter raised a weapon. Aiming for the children, Mira screamed no. Her wristband flashed her mind, suddenly understood their targeting system. Without thinking, she shouted, "Left side weak joint, shoot now!" Leo aimed and fired. The weapon kicked like thunder. The hunter's knee exploded. It fell, sparks flying. Arya felt the gloves heat up. A hunter charged toward her, its claws ready to rip something. Inside her woke up at the last moment. Her body moved faster than fear. She dodged sideways. The creature missed her glove, touched its arm lightly. A shockwave burst out. The arm flew off. The hunter roared, falling back. Arya stepped back, breathless. What did I just do? Ethan lifted a large table. Using it as a shield, he blocked 2 energy blasts. Then he slammed the table into the attackers. Wood turned to splinters. Leo rushed forward. His weapon empty, he grabbed a fallen metal pipe. His muscles burned, but he swung with all his strength. The hunter's helmet crushed blue liquid, sprayed Mira, grabbed Lily and Adam, pulling them behind cover. "Stay with me. Do not look." But she could not stop looking. Her mind was processing everything, calculating every move. There were still hunters outside. More shadows approaching, more footsteps, more weapons. Loden Yethan shouted, "We cannot hold here." We moved downstairs to the bunker area, helped cover the children. Leo held the hallway. Mira led them to the back. Suddenly, a hunter grabbed Leo from behind, claws digging into his skin. Leo roared in pain. Myra hit the wristband. Leo ducked. The hunter raised its head just in time. Ethan fired a direct shot. The creature fell headless. Leo breathed hard. "Thanks," Myra nodded. "We protect each other." They reached the stairs. Ethan opened another hidden door. This time, a heavy blast shield rolled aside. Now the children ran first. Myra behind them. Arya followed. Leo waited for Ethan. But Ethan did not move. He stared at the broken door, at the glowing eyes outside. Leo said, "Come on, we need you." Ethan shook his head. "If I go down, they will follow." "Someone must hold the Lineria," shouted back. "You cannot fight alone." He smiled. "I have been alone for a long time, but not anymore. You are the future now. Protect them, guide them." Livriaria's heart broke at his words. Leo grabbed his arm. "You saved us. Let us save you." Ethan's voice soft. "You already have BOOM." The wall exploded. Alien soldiers stepped inside, not hunters, full military units. Ethan pushed Leo down the stairs, locked the door behind. Youth blast shield rolled, sealing Ethan outside. Arya screamed Ethan through the tiny window. They saw him stand tall, armor glowing, facing an army. Ilani looked back one last time, eyes soft, filled with pride. Then he charged into them, light and metal, smoke and screams, flashes of power until the window turned dark. Mira covered Lily's face. Adam held Arya's hand. Leo punched the wall, anger burning like fire. The bunker door shook, enemy weapons striking it from the other side. They were not safe, yet Mira spoke through tears. "What?" No. Arya looked up, her voice steady. "Now we fight for him, for us, for every human left breathing." Leo nodded. "We end this. No more running." They turned to see the room around them, screens, weapons, maps, a glowing symbol on the wall, a phoenix rising from broken earth below it. Words: Project Rebirth, their purpose, their destiny, finally clear. They were not unwanted, they were soldiers, the beginning of a new army. Outside, a loud voice boomed, "Surrender or die." Arya stepped forward. Her gloves lit bright. Leo raised his weapon. Mira stood behind the children, mind ready to guide. Arya whispered, "We choose, neither we rise." Rise of the last generation. Asterisk. The bunker door shook again. Hunters were trying to break through. Every hit echoed like thunder. The children cried behind Myra. Leo and Arya stood ready, hearts burning with anger and fear. Arya whispered, "Ethan died for us. We fight for him." Leo nodded, his grip strong on the weapon, eyes red. "No fear this time." Mira placed Lily and Adam behind a steel crate. "Stay here. Do not leave. You are safe with us." The pounding from outside grew louder. The final lock cracked. Arya closed Her eyes, for one moment, she remembered Ethan's face, his last look. His sacrifice, say, quiet voice inside her said, "Stand and rise." The door exploded outward. Hunters rushed in, but this time, the three humans were not running. They were not weak. They were not unwanted. They were the last hope. Arya moved first, the gloves shining bright, her reflexes faster than thought. She dodged a beam, then punched a shockwave, blasted the hunter backward. Leo roared and charged, his strength doubled, every strike crushed. Metal Mira shouted directions, her mind reading enemy signals. Behind you, left shot, aim. HFY was not fighting with body, she was fighting with brain. Every command saved a life. Hunters fell one by one, but more kept coming to many the house above. Them shook soldiers, stomped weapons, warmed a commander, shouted, "Destroy the subjects, the experiment must not survive." Arya breathed hard, her power drained. Leo's arm bled. Mira's knees shook. The children hugged each other, terrified. Leo yelled, "We cannot hold this forever." Looked at the screens on the wall. Maps, cities, hidden routes, resistance signals. Ethan had been planning a war, but he never got to start it. Now it was their turn. They must escape. Live. Ledria grabbed Mira's hand. "We are not dying here, not after what he gave." Ushi pointed to a large elevator door marked with red signs, "Emergency exit route." They ran. Leo fired behind them, stopping hunters from reaching the kids. Mira kept scanning the screens, her mind showing. Her paths move right. Block hallway to set trap on door 3. Arya carried Lily, Leo carried Adam. They stepped into the elevator. The doors began to close. A giant hunter jumped forward. Blocking the doors, Leo held them with all his strength muscles. Shaken, Arya punched the hunter's arm. Energy burst. The arm cracked. Leo pushed hard. The doors shut. The elevator shot upward fast. Violent rattling, their bones. Darkness surrounded them. Only red emergency lights flickered. Arya breathed. "We survived." Answered, "Not yet." The elevator reached the surface. The doors opened. They came out into a destroyed field. Flames rising, smoke covering the sky. Alien warships hovered above. Scanning the land. Area pointed there, a tunnel entrance in the distance. They ran, but a loud noise stopped them. Giant alien ship descended, blocking their path. Hunters dropped from the sky, surrounding them. Agemra gasped, "How do they find us so fast?" Leo answered, "Because we are important, very important." The alien commander stepped forward, tall silver armor, cold eye. "Subjects, ABC property of the Dominion, returned to cages." Arya felt fire in her blood. "We are not property," Leo shouted. "We are human." Then something unexpected happened. The ground beneath them glowed. A signal activated under their feet, the symbol of the phoenix from Ethan's bunker. Mira's wristband beeped. It projected a hologram. Ethan's face appeared, smiling. "Proud. If you are seeing this, then you survived. You unlocked your destiny, your body's hold. The future of humanity, enhanced strength, enhanced reflex, enhanced mind. You are Project Rebirth, the new beginning." Arya's heart broke again. Tears in her eyes. He believed. In Ethan's message continued, "I could not save the world, but you can do. Not fear your power, do not hide it, rise together." The hologram ended, but his voice stayed in their hearts. The alien commander raised his weapon. And the Maria stepped forward. "No, we rise." Her necklace glowed. A white wave burst from her body. Hunters flew back, metal smashing the dirt. Leo's muscles expanded. He grabbed a hunter and threw it like a stone. Mira screamed now. Right side. Leo spun, fired 3 hunters. Denaria leaped, her body weightless, her gloves smashing through armor. Mira ran to the children, keeping them safe behind a broken wall. The commander attacked Arya. He was faster, stronger, smarter. He fired. She moved. He struck. She blocked. He grabbed her arm, lifting her up. "Weak creature, you are nothing." Arya looked into his eyes, her voice shaking. "But strong. No, we are everything. You fear us. That is why you tried to erase us." She touched the commander's helmet with both gloves. Energy exploded. The commander screamed. His armor cracked, then shattered into dust. The hunters, still standing, froze. Their leader gone, their signals lost. They backed away, then turned, running into the smoke, escaping in fear. Silence slowly returned, not peace. Just the end of one battle. Arya fell to her knees, breathing hard. Leo sat down, sweating. Myra hugged Lily and Adam. The fake sky above flickered. Smoke parted. Stars appeared, real stars shining for the first time in years. Arya looked up. She whispered, "Ethan, we did it." Leo placed his hand on her shoulder. "We make a promise from now on. No human will ever be sold. No child will ever be hunted. No life will be called useless." Mira nodded, her tears falling, "We will rebuild the world he dreamed of together." They held hands to the children between them. They were broken once, but now they stood unbroken. The last generation became the first generation of the new human future. They walked toward the rising dawn, not as victims, not as experiments, but as leaders, as hope, as the spark that would light the fire of a new world. Humanity had risen.